What's good, my beautiful people? As you can see, it's still daylight outside this time. I got out in a good time, feel me? I got out at a good time. This time I ain't gonna bore y'all to death, hopefully. I think I got some stuff to say, actually. I think I got some words of wisdom. Alright? Y'all could hear some more of my story, where I'm coming from. But yeah, I killed it today. Man. I had like 5 more stops on my route than I normally do. And I was done an hour early. Feel me? Like, I killed it. I did that. But anyway, got a message for y'all. First message is, when life knocks you on your ass, get up and knock that hoe out. You know what I mean? Knock that hoe out. Cause bro, it's too many people, they think that success comes from, one-time thing. There's even successful YouTube channels or whatever, some people had to keep grinding. They had to keep going over and over. They failed many times. Many of these inventions came from failures, but the one thing they had was persistence. I'll tell y'all a little story about myself. First story about, life knocking you down. Back in my when I first graduated school, I went to a trade school to learn IT. I wasn't even interested in IT. I didn't even know nothing about computers. I wasn't into it, but through certain situations and circumstances, that's where I landed. And out of high school, believe it or not, my first job ever, not out of high school, out of the little vocational school for IT. It was a 1-year program. My first job out was at ESPN. After that, I worked for ING, which is now Voya, I believe. I worked for IBM. I worked for Pfizer, Procter & Gamble, Duracell, Gillette. Am I missing any? And probably some other ones. And I was on top of the world, 19, 20 years old. I worked for all these companies. My resume was looking lit, like, I'm thinking I'm the man, feel me, flying high, and I flew too close to the sun. Let's just say that. I flew too close to the sun, got in some trouble that I shouldn't have got into, and, couldn't really get jobs like that no more. Just put it that way. A little bit after that, Mass Mutual called me. I'm about to be 21. I might have been 21, just about to be 21. Mass Mutual calls me, give me a job offer. They said that they gave me an interview over the phone. They really liked my resume. The interview over the phone, they said that it was a job to run the scoreboards or something, like the scoreboard technology at their hockey games or whatever. And, that was cool. They went on to say, I don't need to really know any of the technology because they were gonna pay me to go to school to learn. And the they said the wage was gonna go up after I was done with school. I was gonna be starting. I'm 20, 21 years old, $50 an hour. $50 an hour, starting. And they said that even though that's what I'll be learning to use the technology, the real job I'd be doing was to be a liaison to celebrities when it comes to the game. Never in my life, I don't think I will ever hear a job offer like this. And they said, really like your resume, whatever. But we're gonna do some checks and call you back. But you got the job. The second interview is really just gonna be a formality. And I was like, yeah, thank you. In the back of my head, I knew they're not calling me back. I already know that they not calling me back. I was like, thank you. I can't wait to hear back from you. I knew I was gonna hear back. But flew too close to the sun. I was on top of the world, flew too close to the sun, got knocked on my ass. You know what I mean? After that, all I could get is minimum jobs. Found myself being a janitor, not even a good janitor, like a travel janitor, getting paid like scraps, you know what I mean? And I had to build myself back up. So, you know, one day I had a bad run, and one day I decided to get up, do something, and I started at a restaurant as a dishwasher. I think that was the lowest of the lowest position there. Within a month, they promoted me to a manager. A month after that, like service manager, basically, you know, the manager. Then, just a few months after that, I was a general manager. Climbed back up, stayed good, you know what I mean? Did what I could with what I had. And that's just to show you, like, when life knocks you down, get your ass back up. Get back up. Punch that hole in the mouth. Don't hit women. Don't do that. Never do that. Love women. But you know, life. I'm talking about life. Life knocks you on your ass. Get back up and do something about it. Don't let life jack you up. Now, I think I had more to say on that, but I'll come back to it. Usual rambling. At least I have something to say today. The next thing I want to say is when you have good ideas or something's in your mind, don't let people tell you it's a bad idea. Don't let people knock you down. Try it for yourself. Don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to the naysayers, because they will cost you. They will cost you. And even if they do, don't let that keep you down. Just learn from it and do what you gotta do after that. Let me tell you some stories real quick. This was back when I was a young man. And this was when the first Android came out. I don't know if you guys remember the My Touch. The My Touch was the first smartphone that ever came out, the first Android. I got it on the day it came out. I still have my Touch, and it still works too. But I got that the day it came out. It was the first Android. I don't think the iPhone was a thing yet. They had the iPods, but the iPhone I don't even think was a thing yet. The My Touch was the first smartphone. So we were in Sunday school, and for some reason my pastor was teaching the men, like the young men. It was like young men's Sunday school, and my pastor was teaching, and he was going on and on. He was getting on us, and he was saying how all we do is watch TV and spanking the willy to internet content. You know what I mean? And getting on us like that's all y'all do. Y'all let all the white people come up with all the inventions. Why don't y'all come up with ideas? And he was really like beating us down, right? And he was like, I'm gonna go around and ask everyone for an idea, and y'all give me an idea and whatever, right? So he went around. Remember, mind you, the only smartphone was out at the time was the My Touch. Just remember that. First Android, that's the only thing out at that time with that technology. He comes around, he gets to me. And I had this idea in my head since I got my Touch. And I was thinking, what if they could take the same thing, the same technology they put into this Android phone, make it smaller and just put it on a watch where you could wear it on your wrist and connect it to your phone via Bluetooth. And like instead of taking your phone out to answer your phone or whatever, you could just talk through your watch and connect it to your headset or whatever, and just, you know, and before, yeah, I don't know if y'all remember those Bluetooth. They even come with two. They came with one like headphone that it was uncomfortable in your ear and all that. Like anyway, and I was like connected to that, and you could look at your calendar. You could see the text you get on it and all that. He sat there, looked at me for about 5 seconds with this weird look on his face and went, "That is the stupidest idea I've ever heard of." That's what he said to me. That was the stupidest idea he's ever heard. Interesting, right? I then went to my best friend. My best friend at the time, he was years younger than me. Kid was in high school, but he was brilliant. I mean, this kid could take apart laptops, computers. Every car he had, he would take the engine apart, rebuild it. He would do this he lived on a complex. He would do that in the parking lot. If he couldn't do it in the parking lot, he would bring it to his friend's dad's garage and have him yank it out, the engine out with the pulley thing and all that. Like, this dude was brilliant in high school. He was in high school doing this, right? I went to him with the idea, told him the same thing. He looked at me and went, "But Steven, I don't see how that's supposed to work. How that's supposed to work though?" And I couldn't conceptualize how people couldn't see how this couldn't work. What do you mean, how could that work? They did it on the phone. How could they not be able to just put it on a watch? And look at wearables now. Wearables are, I don't know, a multi-billion-dollar industry, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Could be just millions, right? Nah, right? Could be just millions. But multi-billion-dollar industry. But it was a stupid idea. It was, I don't see how that could work. How that's supposed to work. Let me give you another one. I went to that same friend later because, and this was around the same time. I was like, I had this idea about what if you could put these glasses on, right? And I couldn't really see it in my head because the technology didn't exist then. So it was like, I was trying to explain it to him. And I was like, you could see like a red, in the glasses, you could see like a red layout of like, I could try to give him examples like some army men, right? Or spies or whatever. And then you have like a laser gun in your hand, and in the glasses, like you wouldn't see it without the glasses, and you could shoot them and play like shooting games and, you know, in your house, and you could still see like your furniture and everything. And he was like, I don't see how that's supposed to work, Steven. I don't see it. Now, freaking augmented reality is a thing. It's a thing. You know what I mean? The Oculus is a thing. The Oculus now got augmented reality where you're playing the same thing I was talking about. But you couldn't see how you could do that, right? And it took me a while to realize when it came to these ideas, I didn't need to know how to do it. That's what engineers and all these people are for. I just needed the idea to sell that idea and, you know, move on from that. But, you know, you listen to naysayers and that's what happens. You listen to naysayers, they think your ideas are stupid. Don't listen to them, man. You figure out how to do it. Remember, you don't need to know how it's done. You don't need to know the technology behind it. You can sell your ideas. Figure out how to get it patented, figure out how to sell it, and grow from that. Like, you know? But yeah, I just came on here for this rant for a bit. I'm not sure what else I'm gonna say for the rest of this ride. Oh, might as well continue on this. I said that all to say, right? Just keep your head up out there. Life is beating you down. Just stay positive. Stay positive. I got a little, if anyone's even watching this, I got homework for y'all, right? If you don't journal now, and even if you do, I got a little homework for you. Everyone has to have a blank notebook sitting around at home, not doing nothing. Grab that notebook and write in there, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better, right? Write that on the top line. Then what I want you to do is every morning, write that 3 times on the 3 top lines. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Write it 3 times. On your break in midday, mid-afternoon, or whenever you could get a chance, maybe you gotta wait till you get home from school or work. Go ahead and write it again. Write it whenever you get home, 6 times. Write it 6 times this time. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. All right? And then at night, around 9 o'clock or whenever, 9, 10 o'clock, do it before you get too sleepy. You can do it right before bed if you're that type that can do things like that before bed. Go ahead and write it 9 times. Day by day, in every way, every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Write it 9 times at night. And I guarantee you, I want to say give it a day because I'm that confident in it, but give it a week. I'm not even going to tell you what's going to happen. Just do it. Do it for a week. And I guarantee you, you're gonna be confused. You're going to be so confused on how your life is going. You don't believe me? If you don't believe me, I dare you to try it. I dare you to try it for a week and come back and write in the comment section like, you a bum. You don't know what you're talking about. That joint don't work. Try it. I dare you. I dare you to try it. Anyway, let's get some B-roll, right? Only did that because I don't know what to say now. Bring it back, bring it back. Dang. I'm using the freaking framing. I forgot what it's called, whatever. It had me on that side, now got me on this side, it's fine. But anyway, dynamic framing on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. But yeah, as you guys can see, it's still a little light out. I know it's about to be that daylight savings time, but at the same time, I got back a little bit earlier than usual. Today was smooth. But yeah, now I remember what else I want to talk about. So, just like in the past where my pastor knocked my shot my idea down and my friend shot my idea down, I was recently talking to a coworker about a business idea I had, right? Man, what I learned is either keep your mouth shut, don't say nothing to nobody, or if you do and they respond in a certain way that's not productive, just stay clear of those type of people. I'll tell you that from now. They can't think like you. So I brought an idea up to a coworker, and I can't think like these people think, man. He's like, what about the money, or what if somebody else have the idea? I'm like, dude, we deliver to dealerships that are right next to 6 other dealerships every day. What do you mean, what if someone else has the idea? We get our gas from a gas station that has like 3 more gas stations next to them. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Competition only means that it's the idea works. It only means that product sells and that there's a space for it. That's all competition means. What if you gotta adjust your prices? And no. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, I don't understand people, bro. And if any of you out here listening that got those same fears, don't fear like that, man. Don't be afraid to take risks, especially when it comes to how you think you're just gonna wake up rich. You think you're just gonna wake up with $1 million, which that's almost not even rich anymore these days. But you think you're just gonna wake up like, what are you doing, you know? You think you're just gonna, it's these people that are rich, these millionaires, they fell down. They had to dig up. Some of them been bankrupt, had to start up. Like, you have to take the risk. You gotta take on debt. Like, the way I see my job, this was the beginning of my millions. I needed to get a way to get my credit back up. And a good paying job is the first step. Like, I already feel like I'm a millionaire. Like, I already see the path ahead of me after I got this job. Clear up my debt, which is not much. So that's gonna be a breeze. Get my credit up so I can get anywhere between 500,000. I don't want 500. I want it in the millions. I'm trying to get that 750 credit score so I can pull out get a $2 million loan. And some of you might hear $2 million and thinking, oh, buy a car. No, I want to go straight to spending that money on marketing, someone to run my website so I don't gotta do it, and putting a chunk of it away to pay the premium back until that business does its thing. That's the game plan. That's the game plan. But not everyone thinks like that. Oh, I could adjust this now. Okay. That's the game plan. You know what I mean? A job, at one of my old jobs, I used to tell people, like, to me, I only see a job as a means to starting your own business, as trying to get capital to start your own business. That's all a job is for to me. You shouldn't be looking at a job to support your family and pay. No, a job is a way to get yourself to the point where you're not working for anyone anymore, or at least to get to the point where you're financially free through using the job as a tool. The job is just a tool. You shouldn't be thinking about working at your job till you're whatever age, and like, nah. You gotta be smart about it. Put that money away, build your credit, get you whatever credit card you're able to pull out, use your credit cards to pay whatever you're using your debit card for, and then use your debit card to pay off the credit card. Like, you gotta be smart. Get you a business loan, get you an LLC. You know what I mean? Get that business line of credit and get your thing going. Like, that's what we need to do. That's what we gotta do. If you wanna make it, yo, come on, man. Go. Anyway, yo. If anyone's out there even listening to me, man, I hope I help somebody out there. You're all beautiful and you're all important. And I love every single one of y'all. I think I'm about to cut this one right here. I ain't gonna wait till I get all the way home. Just keep your heads up, keep positive. Set yourself up with a game plan. Get things rolling for yourself. All right, guys? Love you. And peace out.